Hi everyone, welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Dr. Tanya McMartin and I am one of the science teachers here at Twin Peaks Middle School. This is a short presentation about all the key information that your child could use during middle school. Let's get started because I only got 10 minutes and I want to make sure that this gets all the information that you need. We have three ways to contact us here at our Twin Peaks Middle School. There's three of us that are teaching 8th grade science. The information that you see on the screen right here is how you can find either one of us. All of us can be contacted by email. I have a Google phone number, but email is probably the best way to find me. During the year, you're going to see us use three key applications, and these applications we use daily. My Plan is the dashboard that we use to launch all of our classroom applications. The same thing is true with your student. Canvas is where your student can find all of their homework and their daily agendas and things that are happening in class. And then Synergy is where we record grades that get reported to report cards. Grades are recorded first in Canvas and then transferred to Synergy. So if you want to see the most up-to-date grade, check Canvas first. Synergy is done after we click transfer those grades from Canvas to Synergy. How can you help your middle schooler this year? We always get the same questions. What do I do when my child's in 8th grade? The first thing that I can honestly say is that you want to see them do school by themselves this year. This year it's about independence. They're almost in high school. So learning how to do school on their own is probably the most important skill you can teach them this year. To help them do that, you want to get them what they need. I know my class is entirely online and is entirely digital. I know Mrs. Fisher and Ms. Pellegrino, they also use spirals. My students can use spirals if they prefer. But for the most part, if they come to school with a Chromebook and a charger, they should be good to go. We can help with the rest. For Mrs. Pellegrino and Mrs. Fisher's class, they should have a science spiral as well. At home, your student needs a place to study. Getting them a quiet spot away from distractions without the TV and the phone and rambunctious siblings is much appreciated. So whether that's a quiet spot in a room, at a desk, a quiet spot in another bedroom, a quiet spot at the kitchen table, someplace where they can sit down quietly and focus on their work will help them tremendously. You want to create a routine for them. So give them the same time frame like you would do any other activity like a sports practice or anything like that. They go to soccer from 4 to 5:30, then maybe from 6 to 7:30, that's their homework time. You want to make sure that you carve out the same time every day to get their work done and help them follow up on that process. This year, I want you to try being a silent partner, which means that you're going to support them from afar. You're going to check their grades quietly and let them lead on checking their grades, checking missed assignments, checking their planner, and so on and so on. You can always do that on your own, but you want to see if they're doing it on their own first. Help them lead if they need to contact their teachers. Show them that they can email their teacher and CC you if you'd like. We'd rather hear from the student first than from you. Grades are earned by them after all. They're not earned by either you or me. We've already done our middle school experience. We want them to start taking a lead on their own education. Electronics in class. We don't require cell phones. Cell phones sometimes help, but they're not required to do middle school. So if you don't have a cell phone, no problem. They're going to be just fine. Don't let them convince you that a cell phone is needed for school. We don't have any social media at school. We won't allow Instagram or Snap or any of those. If they are using it, we're going to tell them to shut it down. We want them to have their PUSD issued device only. So Chromebooks with the PUSD logo on it would be great. They should have a charger and it should be fully charged every night before they come to school. I already talked about the three applications that we use to help school run smoothly. If they have a pair of headphones, it is much appreciated. Have them stick their headphones in their backpack. And then our 8th grade science textbook is online, so they shouldn't be towing around a big, heavy textbook. What are we going to be learning this year? We have pretty much the same 5 units that every other 8th grade middle school classroom has in Poway Unified. We learn about space, we learn about genetics and evolution, we learn about waves and electromagnetism, and we learn about force and motion. We work closely with the high school to make sure that what we're teaching your student will help them prepare them for high school science. Homework. Homework's probably the most important question that every 8th grader has on their mind. Well, here's the secret. We hate homework too. We understand that your student is very busy and we want to make sure that they have time outside of school to do all the fun things that make them be a teenager. So we don't rarely, if ever, give homework that is just to be done at home. In fact, in all cases, I think all the teachers will give them time to do it in class because we're there to help them. So if your student is complaining about homework, chances are that they're wasting time in class. Maybe they're gaming, maybe they're chatting with their friends, whatever it is, they're not taking advantage of the time that was given to them in class. So ask them first about, hey, well, what are you doing in class if you have too much homework? I know that your teachers give you time to complete it. At the end of the year, throughout this whole year, we are really working hard to make sure that your student loves science. And to do that, we go through a lot of equipment. Science is not like other subjects. We have a lot of consumables that we use every year, and they have to get replaced every year. So you're going to see your teachers ask for donations. This is to help offset that cost. We have a budget of about $200 a piece, which is about $1 per student from the school. So anything that parents can provide helps us create a much more deeper experience for science. So there are ways to donate to your teacher, whether you can donate online through the online donation site. If you go to Twin Peaks Middle School's website, there's a way to donate there. You can write a check that says just to PUSD TPMS and then put your child's teacher's name in the memo line. And then also we have an Amazon wish list. And throughout the year, we'll drop items onto this Amazon wish list. Not only does it help us remember what we need to order, but it also allows parents to see what we use on literally a daily basis. So any help that you can provide is much appreciated. We know that you do a lot, and to be frank, we hate asking for money because it's really rather embarrassing, but it is part of the job. So we really appreciate it when you donate. I wish you knew how excited we get. Once again, this is how to contact any of us. We so appreciate you sharing your child with us this year. We're looking forward to working with them. Thank you so much for coming to Back to School Night, and we will see you around campus. Hopefully you'll swing by and introduce yourselves to us. We're here all year. We don't go anywhere. So have a great evening and a great school year, and we'll talk soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.